Hi, I'm Michelle.
I'm Patrick.
We're the Galinskis, and we've got this.
We're traveling through the city of Fellsmere, Florida this morning for a cool little side project. Now, we all know I restore kitchens and bathrooms and classic cars, but this time it's a classic bicycle, and there's a story that goes along with it. In 1964, this family from Miami bought the bike for the son, and he just recently passed away. He had it their whole life. I'm going to restore it to brand new condition, maybe a little bit something extra. But we just picked it up, and they had it in Miami. And as kids, they would ride through the streets of Miami in the early 60s and collect glass bottles and put them in the basket in the front of the bike and make 2 cents per bottle on it. It's just amazing to hear these stories about these old things. So anyway, I'm going to restore it, and we'll be showing you pictures along the way.
Nice drive down a country road in Fellsmere, and there was this house and the old barn. We wheeled it out of the barn, and there it was, the old bicycle.
Yeah, and so it was the last, I guess it says something about how important this bike was to Ralph and how much it meant to him, that he kept it his entire life. And then even after he died, his sister kept it for a while longer, and this was actually the last item from his estate that she parted with.
Yeah, when we went to pick it up, she walked into the garage and wheeled this thing out, and I poked in there. The garage was totally empty, and they were going to be selling the estate, the house, and the property shortly thereafter.
Color-wise, this is what I'm planning on. We're going to go for the bling on this one. I'm going to go with a sparkle red finish on the bike, and then the rim will go with a sparkle white finish on the rim. Look really sharp. And I already found a new banana seat in a similar red. Then the bike guy, he's going to go through all the bearings, chain, new foot pedals, and final assembly. So this thing, when it's all done, will look and feel like a brand new bike. How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So, the bike, he's done?
It's done.
All right, let's take a look at this. That looks amazing. So when I saw you last, I dropped it off in kind of just a pile of parts that were painted, and you took it the rest of the way.
Yeah, you did an awesome job painting this.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Jeff at Bikes Plus, what a great guy.
Yeah, sure is.
Yep.
And how do we know him?
We know him through Andrea, who we used to do Qigong with.
Qigong. We'll talk about Qigong on that's a whole episode by itself. Google it if you'd like.
Anyway,
Continue.
so that Jeff at Bikes Plus was her brother-in-law's, and he had opened his own bike shop in Palm City, and so we brought our bikes there for a tune-up, and that's how we met him. And then over the course of time, we bought a couple new bikes, and for anybody looking for bikes or needs work on their bikes, he does repair work, he sells brand new bikes, he does occasionally sell some used bikes, but what I like about him is he's very knowledgeable.
And very honest.
And very honest, yeah.
So when I told Jeff about this particular bike, he was like, what, from 64? He was all over helping us out, put it together. Now, I could certainly put it together myself.
Okay. You could have put it together.
I could have put it together.
But would it have been rideable?
It wouldn't have fallen apart.
Would it have been rideable?
Safety third, But anyway, he was all over putting it together for us, and I was so busy I didn't have time. So he did a wonderful job sourcing out some of the parts that I couldn't get, and so I'm so happy that we found him to put the bike together after I painted all the parts.
What a fun project this was. I had a blast, and I know Jeff from Bikes Plus in Palm City had a blast during the assembly of it. Now, I know Ralph, the original owner, as a young boy, got this in 1964, and his sister Elizabeth, we sent her some pictures and she said Ralph would be proud to own this today.
And then we had it for about a year sitting around the garage, and one of our very good friends out of the blue wanted to have it. And her name is
Heidi Lee.
Heidi Lee.
The next thing you know, she asked about it again, and I think it was right around the time of her birthday, and she bought it for herself for her birthday.
Can't have a better gift than that.
Nope, and she has definitely enjoyed riding it. She says, I guess you talked to her recently, and she said she still loves riding it.
Yeah, and her and her husband Miles took it down to Key West, and right down to mile 0, and rode around all downtown Key West. So they truly love it, and I'm sure if Ralph was here today, he would love the fact that his old bike is continuing on in its life, giving other people joy and happiness.
Yes.
So we hope that something like this inspires you. That's the whole purpose of this, to inspire folks to maybe take on a project of your own.
Yep. If you have an old object that maybe you're saving from your own childhood.
Yeah.
Or, it's been handed down generation to generation and you're kind of like, it's seen better days. Maybe you want to put a little effort into restoring it or getting it restored by someone else. It could be done.
It could be done. And it's not all that difficult. It just takes a little patience, a little time, and a little know-how you can get on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube.
That's the bike video. I'm Patrick.
I'm Michelle.
And we've got this.